Do you remember the 21st night of September? Loves were chasing the mind of pretenders while we were chasing the clouds away. Our hearts were ringing in the key that a soul could sing in. Only blue talking love. Remember how the stars saw the night away. Said, do you remember? Dancing in September. Never was a cloudy day. With you, holding hands with your heart to see you. Only blue talking love. Remember how we knew love was here to stay. And now December, but the love we shared in September. Only blue talking love. Remember how the stars saw the night away. Said, do you remember? Dancing in September. Never was a cloudy day. Said, do you remember? Dancing in September. Never was a cloudy day. The bell was ringing, the love to singing. Do you remember? Never a cloudy day out. And they said, bye. Said, do you remember? Bye. Dancing in September. Bye. Never was a cloudy day. Said, bye. Said, do you remember? Bye. Dancing in September. Bye. Never was a cloudy day. Thank you.
Aidan Farrell and Brendan Swanson, and good morning. Okay, it kind of feels like the night after the party where everybody's too hungover to get out of bed, which actually after last night, some people are. We just had the most amazing concert here last night. Oh my gosh. Aidan, you are so brilliantly talented. Brendan, you are also phenomenally talented. And Scotty and the Joy sisters just rocked the house last night. You guys were amazing, and it was a full house and just, oh my gosh, incredible. So, yeah, maybe some people are too hungover, and maybe some people just don't want to deal with the ice this morning, which is okay too. Although I said, no, the weather's fine. As I left the house at 8 o'clock this morning. No, look, nothing's happening. Okay. Well, good morning. And let's have you take us into our invocation song, Aidan. Good morning to everybody who's watching online as well. Aidan, just take us right into our beautiful, beautiful heart space.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
In this moment, in this space, I remember who I am. Let this fear
is a demonstration of Wirecast.
I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals.
This
Love
is a
that
demonstration
sets
of Wirecast.
you free. There is only love. When I lose my step, when it seems I've lost my way, then I go
This is a
inside
demonstration of
and I
Wirecast.
clear my mind. I hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals.
This is a
Love that
demonstration of
sets
Wirecast.
you free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that
This
heals.
is a demonstration of
Love that
Wirecast.
sets you free. There is only love.
Beautiful.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Breathe into your heart space. Breathe into the love. Breathe out peace. What's needed more than ever in this time are eyes that focus within our own soul, bringing us home to ourselves.
This is a
What's
demonstration
needed
of
are
Wirecast.
spirits open to spreading light and love to everyone we meet. It's all about opening ourselves to the universal presence and all of its possibilities. Opening to love. When we close our minds, our life becomes fraught with struggle. Then everything we do
This
becomes
is a
about shielding
demonstration of
ourselves
Wirecast.
rather than inviting the good, loving, benevolent energy to fill us. Everything is energy. Allow the energy that doesn't serve you to pass rather than trying to hold on to it, rather than trying to fix it. Let it pass. Freedom is letting go of what no longer serves you.
This
And
is a
step
demonstration of Wirecast.
into the light. Being the light worker, you were always meant to be. So again, breathe in. Breathe into your heart space, breathing into the love. And breathe out peace.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And so it is. Mm. Yes, and so it is. So welcome to your spiritual home. And is there anyone here for the first time? You're here for the first time. What's your name? David, nice to meet you. You decided to drop in on the most interesting day of all. That's perfect. Thank you. I'm Helen. I'm Reverend Helen Vello. And Ellen's going to give you a welcome package.
Wirecast.
And welcome to all of you. We believe that all people from every walk of life, religion, and race are beautiful, powerful, and creative individualizations of the one intelligent, loving energy of a universal consciousness, the one life. So whether you are spiritual, religious, non-denominational, agnostic, or atheist, this is your spiritual home,
of Wirecast.
for we honor and embrace the diversity of all cultures and faiths, and our center embodies the universal principles, the universal spiritual principles that are available to us when we open our hearts and open our minds. So also at this time, I would like to acknowledge that this center is situated upon the spiritual traditional territories of the Wendat, Anishinaabe Nation, the Haudenosaunee
This is a demonstration
Confederacy,
of
and the
Wirecast.
Mississaugas of the New Credit First Nations. And as a New Thought Center, we recognize the spiritual mystics and the spiritual masters that have walked this earth plane and left their imprint, their teachings for us to learn from. And as a community, we celebrate community, connection, happiness, wellness, and inspiration. And our vision statement is, and we can say this out together, and we can make it sound really loud like everybody's here. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. Yes. And we do have a community song that we're going to sing that allows us to come back into remembering who we are. And this is a chant by Deva Premal and Mitten. And if you've ever been to their concerts, you would know this particular piece of music.
Of Wirecast.
And so it's a very simple chant, and you can all sing along. So take it away, Aiden.
I'll just say the words one time so you hear how it sounds. It's Namaste, Namaste, Chidananda Rupe. Just repeat that.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Namaste, Namaste, Chidananda Rupe, Chidananda Rupe, Namaste, 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 Chidananda
Demonstration
Rupe.
of Wirecast.
Chidananda Rupe, Namaste, 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 Chidananda Rupe, Chidananda Rupe, Namaste. Namaste, Namaste, Chidananda Rupe, Chidananda Rupe, Namaste, 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 Chidananda Rupe, Chidananda Rupe, Namaste.
Of Wirecast.
Namaste. Chidananda Rupe, Chidananda Rupe, Namaste. Namaste, Namaste. Chidananda Rupe, Chidananda Rupe, Namaste. Namaste, Namaste. Chidananda Rupe, Chidananda Rupe, Namaste. Namaste.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Chidananda Rupe, Chidananda Rupe, Namaste. Namaste. Namaste.
Beautiful.
This
Thank
is a
you.
demonstration of
There
Wirecast.
is something about chanting. And when I was in LA a couple of weeks ago and I did a 45-minute meditation experience of chanting, it completely transported me to a different place. So thank you, Aidan. All right, I'm going to invite up to the front here our practitioner of the day. Yay, he made it. Thank you, Nick. And so come on up, Nick. He always has a very interesting
This
story
is
to
a
tell.
demonstration
Come
of
on up.
Wirecast.
Okay, and I want to give a heartfelt thank you to everyone who made it in, and a welcome to all the people who are online. I actually want to talk a little bit about a rather heavy subject. It was on my mind, and I saw we had the theme of light this month. I'm going to start with an Ernest Holmes quote: "You are the light of the world.
This is a
This
demonstration
is the
of
God in
Wirecast.
us. All that we are is God, but God is more than all we are." There's a clear statement of one of the key principles, one of the core principles of science of mind. And I thought of this quote last night when Aidan was singing a song called Mad Love. I thought this is a call to love, in my opinion. I've been doing seminars online with the Diversity Inclusion Commission,
This
and I
is a
have talked about
demonstration
this
of Wirecast.
before. And they get into some of the challenging issues around recognizing the divine light in everyone. We had a seminar on taking inclusion and diversity to a new level in our centers and in our lives. And I listened to practitioners
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
and ministers who mostly came from Afro or First Nations heritage, talk about their experiences of racism. And I did make a point, it made a point to me about privilege and how grateful I am not to have to deal with those kinds of things, those kinds of being diminished.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
To the extent that some other people and some of my fellow citizens and members of the community are. And there was talk about to be a good ally, if that's your intention, and that was what we were talking about. We need to speak up if we see something happening that doesn't seem to be adequately inclusive. Now, the couple of days later, I listened to Reverend
This is a
Rafe
demonstration of
Ellis
Wirecast.
talk about the International Day of Remembrance for transgenders who lost their lives for being who they were. And this is a very personal issue for the Reverend who did this, being part of that community himself. And he led us through a memorial ceremony for 331 transgender people who were murdered worldwide, and got each of the participants to read
This
some of
is
the
a
names
demonstration
and
of
honor them.
Wirecast.
And then we watched a film that depicted the their images to the extent that we had them. And it was all very life-affirming and positive. And the message I got from this was we need to go back to all-inclusive love, even when we look at things like this, the dark side of humanity, and remember that we are all in divine light. So
This
those
is a
were some of the
demonstration
things
of Wirecast.
that impressed me and moved me, and I wanted to share that with you. So now I'm going to lead the affirmation. I'll read it once, and then you can repeat it with me. I am a being of light. My heart lives in a place of peace beyond all emotional turbulence. I am. And now together. I am a being of light. My heart lives
This
in a
is a
place of
demonstration of
peace.
Wirecast.
Beyond all emotional turbulence, I am. And now I invite everyone to close your eyes if you'd like, if it's okay. I recognize the divine light, the universal presence, the one creative power present everywhere, creating in perfection, full
This
of
is a
infinite love
demonstration
and
of
light.
Wirecast.
I am at the center of creation, creating as the one, creating with my vision, and I see the light present in everyone. I recognize that all of us are divine light beings, worthy of peace and love and honor, and I see a
This is a
world where
demonstration of
everyone is
Wirecast.
free to shine. I'm grateful to live in a world of peace and inclusion and brilliant light shining. I know that this is the truth. I release the word as law in peace, in joy. Please join me in saying, and so it is.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
So I'm going to invite Aiden back up for our feature song, which is an original that she debuted last night.
Just a quick little background. I wrote this song this summer. I was reading a lot about Taoism and flow.
This is a
the sense of being in
demonstration
state
of
flow, and
Wirecast.
the idea that when you want something and you force it and you force it, the more it just kind of slips through your fingers. And that letting go, like you said, is the way that you find peace and freedom and flow in your life. So those were the thoughts in my head when I wrote this.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
I've been clutching to the past, still know yesterdays are mine, and I've been counting every second, but still I'm losing time, and I've been hiding, but
This
in
is a
the
demonstration of
dark,
Wirecast.
all my scars they shine. You know I've I've been trying, but only when I fold to the wind do I start to fly. From the sky to the root, there ain't no running away from your truth. And fighting, it's just no use. So I'll flow.
Demonstration of Wirecast.
Like a river flows, like a river flows.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Throw my hands up, every wrong turn. I didn't plan this, you see, but still every wrong turn
This is a
brings me
demonstration of
right where I need to be. As the tide hits the moon, every May melts into June, and every spring all the flowers bloom. And they flow like a river
Demonstration of
flows,
Wirecast.
like a river flows, like a river flows, like a river flows, like a river flows.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Like a river flows. Thank you.
Ooh. Keep writing those songs. Oh. You know, our theme this
This is
month
a
is
demonstration
light.
of Wirecast.
And our book of the month, which is was in our newsletter and is also going to come up on the screen, is a book called Embers, Ojibwe Meditations by Richard Wagamasi. And there's a little excerpt in there that I'd like to, he has these conversations in this book, which are very good and contemplative. Me, what is the hardest spiritual
This
thing
is a
I am
demonstration
ever
of
going to do?
Wirecast.
Old woman, to see every person as a gift. Me, what kind of gift? Old woman, the best kind, based on the way you receive them. Me, I don't get it. Old woman, I know. I know. But you will. If you receive others as worthy, lovable,
This is a
spiritual
demonstration
creations,
of Wirecast.
perfect, just the way they are, you get to see the highest possible person of who you are. You get to be that, experience that, and you become a gift to the world. Me, sounds hard. Old woman, the longer you think that, the harder
This is
it
a
gets.
demonstration of Wirecast.
Funny thing is, she was right. So how often do we think it's harder or too hard or there's too many obstacles in the way for us to show up and be light and love in the world? Because each and every person has a purpose for being here on this earth plane. Each and every person is a gift to this world. And each and every person that we come into contact
This
with
is a demonstration of
reflecting
Wirecast.
our light if we're willing to see it. If we are willing to see it. But how many of you believe that somehow you're limited in your life? That somehow you're the one that's hard done by, so it's too hard to be that light and love in the world, or it's too hard to make a difference in the world. And
This is a
if you think it's
demonstration of
hard
Wirecast.
to change yourself or to change an experience or to change a culture, well, and so it is, right? Because that's based on our belief. It is truly possible to change a collective consciousness from one of fear to love, from one of hatred to love. It is possible to change a culture from its history of pain and trauma to one
This is a
of
demonstration of
understanding that in
Wirecast.
each and every moment we can be light and we have free will choice. It is absolutely possible. And I had that experience this week. So my voice doesn't normally sound this gravelly, but I'm kind of getting used to it and I like it. I like it. It's the Miley Cyrus vibe. I woke up Sunday morning at 3 a.m. with my throat burning, and I was to get on a plane at 2 p.m.
This
on
is a
Monday to
demonstration
fly
of
to
Wirecast.
Saskatoon to go to North Battleford, Saskatchewan. I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. But then it's like, oh, wait, I'm a metaphysician. I do know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it by trusting and knowing my body has the power to heal and that I am that healing power and I'll be just fine. And actually, I was, except I had no voice. But, hey. So I went to North Battleford, Saskatchewan. Anybody know where that is? Anybody ever heard of it? No?
This
Do you know
is a
that it is
demonstration
considered
of
to be the most
Wirecast.
dangerous place in Canada to live? It's an hour north of Saskatoon. It's an incredible community, and it is one that is filled with light workers. So I had an experience this summer in that there was a philanthropist who was originally from North Battleford but lives in Calgary, Alberta. He decided he wanted to bring more light to North Battleford. So
This
he did
is
two
a
things.
demonstration of
One,
Wirecast.
he paid for 45 people from North Battleford in two separate, one group in July, one in August, to go and take a personal development program in Caroline, Alberta, that I taught. And then he also, at the same time, sent 40 teenagers, First Nations and Caucasians, to Outward Bound. So
This is a
I went to
demonstration
North
of
Battleford to
Wirecast.
do a graduate support for these 40 graduates. And it was quite the experience to see how these people have really stepped in and embraced their light and are so committed to making a difference in their community. There were 42 drive-by shootings the week prior to me going there. 42. I'm like, okay, that makes Toronto look like nothing. I said,
This is a
they're like, oh,
demonstration
Toronto's
of
got nothing on us.
Wirecast.
Now, a lot of it is gang related, but it is also the place where the RCMP send people to, or their recruits to initiate them because they get the full meal deal of experience. So it is quite an interesting place. But the interesting thing is so I arrived Monday night, I have dinner with some people, and it was a surprise that I was coming. Like the rest of the graduates didn't know. And then
This
I'm
is a
up at 5 in the
demonstration of
morning. I'm at a
Wirecast.
meditation and restorative yoga class for an hour and a half from 6 to 7:30 on Tuesday morning, with the most incredible teacher I have ever experienced. Like, this woman was the real deal. She knew her stuff, and she's there in that community just doing this incredible meditation work and teaching people about how to really be in their bodies. And then I was invited to the luncheon at
This
the
is a
Chamber of
demonstration
Commerce.
of Wirecast.
And it was a luncheon for 50 female entrepreneurs in the community who are committed to making a difference in their community. And their guest speaker was a woman who is, she's an entrepreneur out of Regina who's created this incredible consulting business. And she was an incredible speaker talking about her story and about being a woman in business. So here I
This is a
am, like
demonstration
all these
of
amazing,
Wirecast.
amazing people in this community that's got like a terrible reputation. And yet they're committed to really changing the culture. And the woman that I sat beside, she owns a women's retail fashion store, but so did her parents and her grandparents and her great-grandparents and her great-great-grandparents, all in North Battleford. And just an incredible being of light.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And then I go to the graduate workshop, and every single one of those people are honoring the light within themselves and bringing light to their families and communities. So I'm thinking, I'm not really sure why. Like, I know I'm supposed to teach the workshop, but, I wasn't feeling well, and, but I was so meant to be there to have this incredible
This is a
experience
demonstration of
that in the most
Wirecast.
desolate place with such a horrendous reputation, there are groups of people that are light workers and that are changing the culture. And this is happening everywhere in the world, not just in North Battleford, but everywhere. And to recognize how each one of us is a light worker. And the most common definition of what it means to be a light
This is
worker
a
is someone who
demonstration
has
of
an
Wirecast.
enormous draw to help others. An enormous draw to help others, where they can put their passion for caring towards helping other people that are in need. And light can come from all different backgrounds. It can be, in the person you work beside. It could be in the person who's crossing the street. It could be the beautiful people at Sweet Bliss Bakery
This is
across
a
the street who make the
demonstration
best
of Wirecast.
spinach pies ever. It's like you can feel the love that goes into their baked goods. Everything we do, if we are conscious and present, we can put that energy of light and love into it and be a light worker. There is a power for good in the universe that is greater than all of us. And yet, this power that is so great, that is so
This is a
good,
demonstration
we
of
can use
Wirecast.
it. It's not something we have to go in search of. And it's closer, it's nearer than our very breath. It's close, it's intimate. It resides in our hearts. And it shows up according to our own belief, to our own consciousness of this spiritual power that we each have within. That power that is greater than anything is a spiritual power.
This is a
And we
demonstration
cannot
of
see it, we cannot
Wirecast.
touch it, we cannot taste it, we can't weigh it, right? We can't handle it. Oh, look here, I've got my spiritual power right here. And we can't measure it. We feel it. We feel it. It is something that we come home into to feel. Just like we feel beauty, we feel love, we feel connection with people. We feel. This is what our
This is a
spiritual
demonstration
power is
of
something
Wirecast.
that we feel. And this spiritual power is a power that responds to us according to our belief and our feelings. It responds exactly. This is the law of correspondence. If we believe there is good, if we are feeling light, if we see the light in everyone we meet, then
This
that
is a demonstration of
must come
Wirecast.
back to us. That is the law of correspondence. We are surrounded by this law of good. It receives what we impress into it. Always. Always. It has to receive it. This law acts exactly according to our belief. So if we believe there is only horrible things out there, or only horrible weather, so you had to throw that in, then that's all we're going to see.
This is a
But if you look
demonstration of
outside and you
Wirecast.
see the calmness and the peace and the beauty, then that's what's going to come back to you. You know, it's that old saying, it is done unto you on exactly as you believe and feel. So, each of our minds have the ability to, instead of looking at the past and what was wrong, is to reach out into a future. Reach out into a future and create that
This
future
is a
in our own
demonstration
minds.
of
What is it that
Wirecast.
you want to create? Do you want to create one of light and love and beauty and peace and prosperity and abundance? Imagine, just for a moment, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. And I'm going to invite you just to imagine, create this mental picture of your future that is filled with light, filled with love, filled with connection.
This is a demonstration of
Oneness.
Wirecast.
Health, prosperity, beauty. And all you have to do is just see all that. Just see it. You don't have to know how it's all going to play out, how it's going to work out. But imagine it. Imagine it and feel it. Feel what it would feel like to have all of that goodness in your body, living and running
This
through you
is a demonstration
on a
of
cellular
Wirecast.
level. Breathe it in. Breathe it in. Does it feel delicious? Does it feel wonderful? Does it feel possible? Ah, yes. You know, why are we so afraid to live in abundance? Why are we so afraid to live in beauty? Why are we so afraid to
This
live in
is a
goodness?
demonstration of Wirecast.
Why? Why is that? Because we're so conditioned to buy into the lack and the fear and the suffering. We don't have to buy into any of that. Each one of us has free will choice. Embrace the goodness. Can you accept the notion that once you change your internal state, imagine changing your internal state to one of beauty and love and light, that the external
This is a
world
demonstration of Wirecast.
will provide you with enough reasons to feel the joy and the beauty and the appreciation or any other elevated emotion. We can teach our bodies emotionally what it would feel like to believe this, to be empowered, to move into our own greatness by spending time each day just creating that mental picture and imagining what it's like
This is a demonstration
light.
of Wirecast.
To be light, to know that we are surrounded by light, to really have faith that there is a power for good in the universe. It is greater than all of us, and yet it is who and what we are, and we can use it. We can use it. And we can live from a place of love. We can feel unlimited, and we can live as if each and every prayer we have is already
This is a demonstration
answered.
of Wirecast.
And so, you know, this is part of what we're moving into in this philosophy around moving into the Welcome Home classes that we're going to beta test in January and then start to launch them in February, is where people come in to these classes and they have the experience of what it means to feel prosperous, to feel at peace, to feel love, to experience.
This is a demonstration of
their own life.
Wirecast.
So then you take that out into your life and you start to live it. Live it. You can't just learn it in your head. It's all, you got to embody it. Knowing it intellectually is not enough. So stay tuned for those classes and more information on Welcome Home. But just know that each one of you is a light worker, and you can allow your light to shine no matter what the
This
circumstances
is a demonstration
are,
of
no
Wirecast.
matter where you are. Each one of you have that power. Namaste. Thank you. I like the Miley Cyrus laugh, too. Aiden's going to come on up and sing I Release and I Let Go. So release and let go of anything that doesn't serve you.
This
And
is a demonstration of Wirecast.
as the baskets go around, if you have something to give for the center today or online, if you can hit that donate button, that's greatly appreciated, knowing that also as we give, we receive, for it's that law of circulation that is in constant motion. So, Hayden, take it away.
This is a
There
demonstration
was
of
a
Wirecast.
time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you're discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
And this is what I have to say. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. Said I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Ooh. And I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. Said I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
And I recognize that there is only one power, one presence, one infinite creative intelligent source of all life. It is good. It is very good. It is greater than all of us, and yet it is each and every person here, each and every person online, each and every person who's a member of this community, each and every person that we see and we
This
meet
is a
in our
demonstration
daily
of
lives.
Wirecast.
This light, this love, this beautiful, beautiful divine spirit is so rich and full and prosperous and gorgeous, exuding love at all times. And so in recognizing that in each and every person, in all that we receive here today, I give thanks. I give thanks for the understanding that as I stand here in this moment and speak my word has power. My word has a resonance and a vibration that goes out into the universe and therefore must be returned to me, multiplied abundantly. And so with that, I release my word as law, knowing that all is well, all is in divine order, and together we say, and so it is.
I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. Said I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Said I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Said I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Thank you. Okay, just a couple of announcements. Buy your gift card today. Buy your gift card next week. Because we have a few people who were going to manage that booth. They
This
couldn't
is
make
a
it in, so we're going
demonstration
to
of
sell off the
Wirecast.
gift cards next week, which is a great fundraiser for the center. And then we also have Monday morning prayer with me online on Zoom. You can get on. I'll have a voice on Monday, Darren. Poor guy, he really suffered through my voice last week. Thank you for that. But what a great way to start your week, yes? Yes, it is. It's a delightful way to just really come into yourself and affirm.
This is a demonstration
affirm
of
the truth.
Wirecast.
And so you can get onto Zoom via our website. And then we have, this is the book, Embers, our book of the month. So beautiful, beautiful book. And I know some people already started buying it. I was reading something last Monday and they're like, what's the name of that book? So just a delightful, delightful way to receive some beautiful, beautiful words. And then we have Wednesday night
This is a
meditation from 7 to
demonstration of
7:30.
Wirecast.
We have class from 7:30 to 9 after meditation. Okay, so, that didn't get changed there. Where did I change it? It was on the newsletter I changed it. The theme for December, after much deliberation last week, is how to improve your relationships during the holidays. So that's what we're going to work on in December.
This is a
And then we
demonstration
have
of Wirecast.
our caroling sing-along is Sunday, December 15th after service. This is led by Fran Correa and her cousin who has an amazing voice. And we're going to have lunch and we're going to sing Christmas carols. And then we have our candlelight service on December 22nd, which is a beautiful celebration of love and light. And then our annual burning bowl ceremony. This is where you get to release everything
This
that
is a
didn't serve you
demonstration of
from
Wirecast.
2019 and invite in everything your heart desires for 2020. It's a great ceremony. It's very popular. And you get to play with fire. Like, how good is that? And then we also have our survival kits. So next week, we're actually going to have a station set up for people to start bringing in things that they wish to donate for the homeless. We make up the bags On Sunday, January
This is a
12th, after service, we have a
demonstration
pizza
of
lunch.
Wirecast.
And so there is a list on our website of everything that you can donate that is helpful for people who are living on the street. And then we put it all together. And the great thing is everybody can take some bags. And when you see people who are on the street, you can actually give them that bag and see the light in them and give it with love and just make somebody's day a little bit brighter. So we're doing that on Sunday,
This is a
January 12th.
demonstration
And
of
then we
Wirecast.
have Michelle Pascal is coming January 31st and February 1st. Michelle Pascal is a meditation teacher from France who studied meditation in the Himalayas. He's co-produced a film with Deepak Chopra called I Am Never Alone. He's going to show excerpts of that film, plus do a meditation and a Q&A
This
on
is a demonstration
January
of
31st.
Wirecast.
Then on February 1st, he is giving a concert. Okay, we have I should put that up on our website too. I'm going to put the link to that video up on the website of him singing with Earth, Wind, and Fire. Like, this guy is unbelievable singer, and he's singing at Carnegie Hall. So, hey. He's going to give that concert on February 1st as well as another meditation.
This is a
And he's actually
demonstration of
really well known
Wirecast.
for working with people that are incarcerated. And the people that he works with do not get reincarnated? It sounds like reincarnated. They don't go back to jail. They actually stay straight or have learned enough, had enough embodiment of the truth of who they are. So it's the first time he's coming to Canada. That is going to be an incredible experience. And then we also have
This is
Thank
a
you.
demonstration of Wirecast.
Thank you to Brendan Swanson on keyboards and Aidan Farrell and Kim on camera, Cohen on sound, our sacred service team, and Carrie. Your light-filled meditation was exquisite. It was beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Nick, thank you for being our lead practitioner. If you want prayer with Nick after service, he's here to serve. And thank you to everyone online. Thank you to all of you for making it here this Sunday. You're fabulous.
This
And
is a
we're going to close
demonstration
out
of
with We Come
Wirecast.
Together by Eddie Watkins Jr. I just have to tell you, because we play a lot of Eddie Watkins Jr. in this center. He is recorded with Marvin Gaye, Quincy Jones, James Brown, Santana, Cher, Diana Ross, Herbie Hancock, Patti LaBelle, the Pointer Sisters, Peter Frampton, and numerous others. This guy is incredible. You didn't know that about him, did you? And he writes the most incredible music for New Thought. So
This
we
is
play
a
him a lot here and
demonstration
thought you
of
just needed to know that
Wirecast.
little bit of information. Trivia. It's not really trivia. It could be. All right, so Aiden, take it away. Thank you.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Take a look at the person next to you. Say, God loves you and I love you too.
Love you too.
Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Now take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you.
God in you.
Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. say I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. Everybody clap. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. Yeah. We come together. We come together. In the name of love.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Have a great week, everybody. Get home safe. Drive slowly. Drive safely.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.